And we are live on today.
The countdown was insane. Welcome everybody, everybody here, everybody viewing. Today, White Filth channel is proud to invite Scimitar and the crypt wizard himself, Mr. Charlie. Guys, how are you doing?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. It is Friday, like we said. Charlie, you're always good. Scimitar. I'm going to do the intro and then we can do the introductions. A scimitar is a type of sword characterized by its single-edged curved blade. It is associated with Middle Eastern, South Asian, or Northern African cultures. Scimitars are known for their effectiveness in quick slashing attacks. It's a historical symbol of elegance, power, and prestige, originating in the early Islamic era. It became warriors' preferred weapon. So it kind of fits already, I think, the aesthetic and the sound of the band, but we'll get back to it. I thought it was just a good intro, just ripped off Google.
I think we take a huge compliment.
Sorry?
I think we take that as a huge compliment.
There you go. I think a few of those sentences really speak to the music and the sound of the band, like I said. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Olle, and I play bass in Scimitar.
Yeah, my name is Anders, and I play guitar in Scimitar.
Anybody else present, or are we going to talk to them?
Currently just me and Olle.
Apparently just you and Olle. Like you said.
We drop by later, but we're not sure.
I'm going to have to cut because I really can't understand you.
You can't. Is it because it's too low?
Oh, that's better.
Okay, we'll just move a bit further. Is it good?
Yeah, that's better actually.
Nice.
Okay, so a bit closer. You are the bassist, vocalist, and the lead guitarist of Scimitar, a newer band out of the Denmark scene. You are from Copenhagen. Are you at all linked to the Mayhem compound? Is that where you record or practice, or is that a total different thing?
Not at the moment, but we have been, and we are playing a lot of concerts and arranging a lot of concerts in those spaces. And also we have a lot of friends in the different rehearsal spaces out there. So I would say yes, we are. We want it or not, I think we are connected to it.
Connected to the compound. I know you played the Gabstok, because the last talk I did was with Gabstok. You played the release show last week. How was that?
That was a lovely evening.
A super nice evening. Gabstok is some very close friends.
Yeah,
I would say.
And it's always such a pleasure to play to their events, because they always prepare something special. Like, they have this festival that also occurs like once a year. I'm not sure if it's going to happen this year, but during the last couple of times we've been playing to that, like a whole table has been set up with Christmassy vibe food, like fish and bread and butter and shit.
To eat.
Extremely nice. And the last time here they made this mixture, this very poisonous mixture of every single liquor bottle they had. And they called it jet fuel, and it was quite something.
Charlie was present too. Did you try it, Charlie?
I was there for the Christmas lunch as well, but I stayed clear of the jet fuel. So the meatballs and the schnitzel were good, but the jet fuel was not for me.
And what's the jet fuel?
It was like fucking 15 bottles of tequila and Contro. And the thing I was most disturbed about was it was topped up with clear Coca-Cola. If anything's going to fuck you,
yeah, but it's clear.
It's so rotten.
I'm sorry to do this again, but it's going to be a problem. I really can't hear it. Charlie, can you hear me?
Shall we try something else?
It's faint.
I think it's going to be...
Maybe.
Are you guys using phones?
Yeah, I'm on a phone, but he's on a computer.
But maybe we should try and get our phone up and running, because it seems like it's the same picture as this.
Okay. We'll reconvene in a minute.
is, Anders, for the phone, you might have to download the app.
Uh-oh.
Then I can.
It should be pretty straightforward. You're both young, intelligent men.
Yeah.
But in the tech world, it's
Not that
All these days,
we're very old and stupid.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, we had some sound issues, but we resolved it. We were in Copenhagen talking about jet fuel. Charlie, you said you had a hard week. I think it's because of the jet fuel, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it was just fucking Carlsberg, but it's trying to keep up. After the last one of these interviews he did was with Gabe Stock, and Fleep and Morton talked about my inability to drink, and so I felt I need to prove myself a little bit over the weekend, and then I paid for it. I'm still paying for it 2 weeks later.
Oh no.
Old man having parties. To come back to the bands, there are 3 more people in the band. You have Adam, I don't know how his last name is because it's called CC Squell, I think, something like that.
That's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, there you go. Johan L. Ekstrand and Shaam Larein, the female vocalist for the band. You play in a bunch of other bands, but we'll get there in the second part, I guess. How did you guys meet up? Because I know you have a past, you have a bunch of other bands that you played in all together, but please, what's the origin of the band?
Anders is my oldest friend.
Yeah, that's not that much. Yeah, me and Ole have been knowing each other since we were like 15 years old or something.
Okay.
Yeah, probably also younger, 14, 13 or something. And we had a common friend, and then we both started getting rock music, and then our common friend also got into rock music. He was like, "Oh, you gotta meet my other friend," and then we met each other, and then we've been playing like pretty much everything. Yeah, and, I went with Adam and Shaam. We met through, in lack of a better word, the environment. Just playing concerts and going, meeting each other several times. Yeah. Yeah.
You're breaking up terribly, guys. I really hear you.
Very sorry.
In and out.
I didn't understand anything.
What could be the problem now?
Do you have, are you on Wi-Fi or?
No.
Should we be on Wi-Fi maybe?
Are you not on Wi-Fi?
Sorry. Okay, we are on Wi-Fi.
No, we're not on.
Not on Wi-Fi.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, it's exciting, huh? Let's see.
We're on Wi-Fi now.
Could it be some sort of yeah? Okay.
Glad we're starting.
Is it better now?
It is better now, but it was better in the start, so we'll see.
Okay.
Just Anders. Tell me the tuning of your guitar.
Okay, mostly it's E, A, D, G, B, E, but sometimes I tune the lowest string down to a D.
That sounds. It's not breaking up anymore.
There's no breaking up. No. I understand.
So then Charlie, then you must remember my tunings of my guitar. Please tell me the tunings of my guitar.
There was a F in there somewhere and a P, I think. And...
Most likely.
Okay, let's try to keep this on track a bit. The question was, how did you guys meet up and start out? The thing I heard is you know each other from 6-year-olds, from childhood, but everything else is gone for the ages, so please.
Yeah, but then me and Ole had been playing in Slaegt for a lot of years, and then we decided we wanted to make a new band where we would try to also Adam played drums in Slaegt as well. And he was a bit tired of playing such rough drums, so he wanted a break for it, and has always had a great passion for playing guitar. and is also very good at playing guitar. So it was much a no-brainer to make a band where he played guitar. And then I think me and Shaam had talked a lot about making a band.
Mhm.
And so at that moment, I guess I had plans for 2 bands. And then I was like, how come we merge? I did would be perfect match. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then I've known Johan for several years, recording one of his other bands. I great drummer. Like I,
1 week later.
I've been friends for a lot of years.
You know, it's interesting, Tom. What actually met when they were 13, maybe 14 or 15, and a friend of one of theirs
14-ish.
to the other one because they like rock music, and then they both decided they like rock
Rock
music,
music.
something like that. I'm pretty sure that was it, right?
Exactly.
And then Anders went to high school with Adam, and then all of a sudden Shaam moved into the city of Copenhagen,
Okay.
and then you. How do you know Johan?
I know Johan through this band he had that I have been recording several of their records. And I have always wanted to play in a band with him, both
Right.
because he's a very very nice guy, but also because he's extremely good at playing the drums.
Was
And
it
he plays.
was it Endless Glory, the band? Or is this
No, it was another band called Young Punk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, he's a good drummer, especially on the
He's
record.
amazing drummer, and he's also getting exponentially better. Like
It's a fucking.
every single time we rehearse, he's twice as good as the last time we rehearsed.
It's amazing to experience.
Yeah.
It's like it's incredible.
Okay. I'm thrown off track a bit by everything that happened in the last 5 minutes, but
Yeah,
so
totally understand.
let's regroup a bit.
When I first met you guys, I mean, I couldn't imagine a drummer as entertaining to watch on stage as Adam.
Yeah.
No.
And actually, he sort of met his match with Johan. Really, he's like just as great, you know, but like a different drummer, but just as incredible. Two of the best drummers I've ever watched, and they've played in the same crew of people. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's funny you say it because I have the exact same feeling. Like uh, Adam has been my favorite drummer of all time for so many years, and it's just so great to see that I can actually enjoy someone else playing the drums. Okay, that was also rude. That was pretty rude, Seth. I love a lot of drummers, but I think Adam is
Yeah,
like he's sending on the frequencies that I'm receiving, and I think Johan does the exact same thing, but in his
it's
very
funny with
own
drummers,
way.
like there's loads of amazing drummers, but every now and again you get one where you find yourself like looking past the band, and you're like,
Yeah,
just keep
yeah,
watching, and not drums can sound great, but some drummers you have to look at while they're doing it, and these guys are both like that, you know, where you find yourself distracted from, especially with so many good-looking people in the band. It's hard to choose, but
Now Adam is in the front trying to take.
yeah.
You have to try to watch past him.
you have to get past. You gotta get past the troll to see the drummer.
I just got sent a great photograph of Scimitar, and every single member of the band is making an entirely different shape from the other one. It's like it's such a good, it describes your live so well.
It's an incredible photo.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and with Shaam on the floor in the front.
Yeah.
Is that photo published somewhere?
Oh, it will be. It
Oh,
will be. Don't
It will
worry.
be.
okay.
It will be the cover of our next full-length record.
Oh,
Oh, okay. If we make one.
You met Shaam, you said, when she moved into Copenhagen. Did she sing on the Slaegt records, the black one? Because there's a female vocal in there, but maybe I'm
Oh
mistaken.
no, that's not Shaam.
Oh,
that's
okay.
another.
That's another mate.
called Naya who sings in that. There was the guy Lasse who recorded the album's girlfriend at the time,
Okay.
which is also a dear friend. She's been taking a lot of pictures of us.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a photograph, and she actually stopped by to photograph in the studio. But then she was also recording some
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she was there. When you started the band Scimitar, was the concept ready before you started, or did it grow out? Because it seems like out of the gate there was this. Not that I was there, but there was this idea of a kind of a finished project. You hear it in the demo. It is that. Yeah, if you see the vision of Scimitar or the blade itself, the mid Eastern, like I said in the intro, the South Asian, that kind of stuff, there is some tinges of that in there, especially when you hear her vocals over the music. Was there a clear vision for the band, or did it just grow out of playing together?
There was a clear vision, but I don't think it has anything to do with that.
No.
I think we wanted a vision. The vision for the band was that we wanted maximum control over the music.
Okay.
So I think it's more an approach method we have taken. Like the music itself and the timbres and the melodies and stuff is just more came out of natural causes, I would say.
Yeah. When you hear the band,
Yeah.
like when you start with Slaegt, you can hear the progression in. It's like it's very chaotic, very frantic playing, especially the guitar work. Of course, with the drums backed up, but it's always in the pocket. It's kind of reined in, which is amazing because I think the speed you play with and just that whirlwind of sound could easily break loose and then just escape from you. But you kind of keep it in the pocket all the time. Is that? I mean, how? It's just such a good record, and we're skipping ahead, but I mean that full length is insane.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Yeah, but I think we've always been most interested in music that is on the edge, like almost falling apart, but not falling apart.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's the high intensity, wide dynamic range, get crazy.
Get crazy. Well, it definitely worked because that's what I feel when I listen to the music. It's the last thing I've written down on my notes is that it's kind of when I listen to the record, I listened to it 3 times today, which was the first time I listened repeatedly. Because when you listen to it, it's kind of exhausting in a very, very good way. But it makes your head dizzy in some way, I guess.
Yeah, okay, but maybe that was a concept actually.
Okay.
Maybe that was actually a concept. We wanted to pack as much information into as little time as possible. Like, so it's actually worth a second or third listen. So you can always discover something new because, yeah, I think that actually has been a concept throughout the process.
Yeah.
Pack as much information into it. That brings us to the demo. You released on Adam's label, Diebestegge, something like that, a tape label.
Diepte.
Look at that.
Yeah!
It means deep fried.
Or more like deeply fried it.
Deeply fried it.
Yeah.
It was limited to 50 tapes. It came out in April 13 last year, so it's not that old.
No.
It's a 2-tracker. Is it considered a demo or an EP by you guys?
I would say a demo.
Yeah. Because there's one track that is taken over to the full length. Why did you cut the other one? Was it a clear choice or? Because it kind of feels even more frantic.
Yeah, that was more. Yeah, but we did. I don't think we thought it fitted the record.
No, and there's also there's just as much there's a limit to how much music you can put on a vinyl.
Yeah.
So and we had these other songs, so that was the one that didn't fit.
Yeah. It's a clear choice.
Maybe it's gonna be re-recorded at one point.
Yeah.
I think the other one is it's the opener for the next record, which makes a hell of a lot of sense because it's definitely
yes.
I think this is around the time that the 2 parties here present, kind of met. I know Charlie told me a story about one of you guys trying to hand him a tape somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember who it was, but I've been going out to Copenhagen and Sweden a lot. Are you guys still with? Yeah. Over the years, because that's where there's loads of interesting shit going on, and London never felt like it had quite the same energy. And I was at Muscle Rock Festival, which I've been attending and then doing a stage at for quite a long time. But this is years ago. But I just remember these disgusting drunken children approaching me and thrusting at me, and I was like, I don't want what you have.
It was beautiful, damn, Charlie.
And a friend of mine took the demo, and then like months later called me and said that you should have taken that demo. It's really good. And then I found out about Slaegt through that, I guess vaguely. I mean, I'd put on a show as well, right? We put on a show in an art gallery.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where we
For
really
years.
met, I think.
Yeah, Demon Head and Slaegt. I think
Yeah.
that was maybe we went out a bit then, and
That was
so
a
there were
great
lots.
evening.
Yeah, really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God, but that's a long time ago now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in 17, I think. So it's
Okay.
8 years ago.
And really, I just got lucky with longevity. I've been hanging around long enough that I got to know lots of people in that scene connected to Mayhem and Plagued, and then the other Copenhagen lot, and then the Sweden lot, and whatever. And then when I don't know how I found Shaam stuff. Maybe just through Svart from buying it for the shop, and I loved Shaam stuff. And I'm not sure if I saw her play before, but I booked Shaam Larein's band to play in London, and that was great. And then I heard that some whispers that there was going to be a new band, and that it was going to be these people and Shaam, and I got maybe a little bit too excited and sent Shaam a message, and I remember getting a message back from Shaam saying, "Yeah, but Charlie, calm down a little bit. You'll hear something eventually when it's ready." And I was like, I might have pushed a bit too hard, but I'm glad I knocked on the
Well,
door because
actually, Charlie said, I said, chill a little bit, chill. And he was like, Cham, I don't chill. I'm all about business. And that's how we started
That's how it
connecting.
right.
Okay. Okay.
Now the troll has been come out of the cave.
What? Are you here?
But really, I just couldn't imagine a better band than those two things together. That was just absolutely my platonic ideal of like a great fucking rock and roll band. So I chilled out a little bit and waited and listened and whatever, and it slowly came towards me. But then, conversations happened, the record got ready, and we all decided to work together, and I'm so pleased we did because
Me too.
it's a phenomenal record. I'm so proud to be involved.
Me too. I think it's such a good match. We have tried to be on a lot of different labels, and all of them have qualities.
Yeah, but
this is really
this is a
something
perfect match
special.
to this
Yes.
to this band. It's a perfect match with Crypt of the Wizard.
I think so too. I think the relation got cemented when you played live this year at Crypto or the Live After Death Fest, which was for the entire weekend. I saw a lot of bands because we had another festival the day after. It was easily top 3. I think the live set even elevates what you're doing on record, which is kind of hard in my opinion. I'm not a musician, but it looked very hard to play these songs live. It doesn't. You make it look easy, but it's I think it's very hard. It seems very hard.
It's difficult.
It is very difficult.
But it also needs to be able to be played live, I think.
Yeah.
The whole music is written to be able to be played in this context,
Yeah.
instead of like putting layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and then having no idea how to like perform it.
Yeah, exactly. We put the layers in the fingers and the strobes and the muscles instead of putting it in our digital audio workstation.
Yeah. Is everything you have on the records can be translated to a live show?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We have been doing some studio magic.
But like most of the record is like is us playing together in the same room.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between the track on the demo and the full length is like the vocals. There was some overdubs here and there, or some
Yeah,
weird
exactly.
things going on. It's much.
And there is also some like we have also changed like making some cut-in guitars here and there, and like switch something out with an acoustic and stuff like that. But like the main like fundament of the whole thing is that we all play together.
Yeah. I think it was a perfect. I think for a lot of bands, like for Slaegt also, for example, it was a perfect weekend to play the first show. Was it your first show? No, probably not.
No. I think it was ours. I actually don't know. Sixth show or something. Seventh, maybe. Maybe 12th. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
They played at Rock last year in our party tent at about 2 in the morning or whatever. So we'd put shows on together already as well, but you're right. There was something about that Life After Death show that was like I don't know, perfect presentation of the band. It was just.
I think the whole the whole weekend was amazing.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a welcome to something you already know in some weird kind of way, you know, like
but still so far from it.
Yeah.
But it's such a great festival. I cannot recommend it enough. I think it's so extremely nice.
And we can exclusively announce, because they got left off the poster, that they're playing Muskarock again this year, but on the actual lineup of the festival. Not in my.
We have a new logo. We have a new logo, and it's invisible, and you cannot see it on posters. But it's there.
The special UV light.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, had the spell, and you know
the wizard's wands. There's another exclusive. Yeah. Charlie, you announced a date for Live After Death Fest 3, I think this week. Somewhere February.
Just put him up around, you know, just tell all those other festivals to give me a bit of space, you know.
Yeah, good idea.
It was just to give everyone a bit of a heads up, and also to push me to start working on it a bit sooner, so everyone can get them. Everyone, I got so many complaints that I announced everything so late this time, so I'm trying to get ahead of the game a little bit. But there'll be plenty of Danish people there this time. There wasn't enough this year, so we didn't drink the whole bar out the first day, so we need Danish fans next year. So
needs to happen again. Let's dive into the new records. You did everything yourself. You recorded in-house, played in-house. Everything is done by you guys. Are there any stories or, I don't know, anecdotes from the recording sessions?
We had such a great time.
We have to mention Marcus, though.
Yeah.
So he mastered it and helped a little bit with the mixing too.
Yeah. Marcus Larsen.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
From Head and 300 other punk bands and whatever, but
big heart, a huge heart.
All over the place.
Yeah, he's amazing. But we recorded it at his studio actually.
Okay.
Which is also our rehearsal space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird story. I don't know if it's relevant, but now I'm gonna tell it anyway. But
we love weird stories.
But we've always like rehearsed, like Demon Head and Slaegt has been sharing rehearsal rooms, and then all of a sudden the rehearsal room became into a studio because Marcus was starting to do his things. And then all of a sudden we moved, like he said, we can go out here a little bit out of the city and we're going to get a real studio, you know, and then we did that. And then we've just been keeping it since.
Yeah, it's a great location. It's, as Olle said, a little bit out of the center of Copenhagen.
Yeah.
So it's quite quite a wholesome experience to be there because not that much stress, not that much noise and stuff, and then it's just a big room where you can play drums and be as noisy as you want.
And there's a lot of different gear you can use, and
Yeah.
it's super nice.
And that's the new No Master's Voice studio, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's the new studio. Oh, he
Exactly.
moved a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's 4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was when we also moved rehearsal space. So
Yeah, because we've been sharing, and then he got this offer to move out there and ask like, do you still want to rehearse at No Master's Voice? But it's just going to be in another place.
yeah.
It's the same thing. Any stories from the recording, or was it just straight?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
recorded?
Yeah, we just had a lovely time. It was a quite intense process. We were there for many hours every day, and also spent some nights there.
Whole days.
Yeah, we spent some nights sleeping there, and then just like going to bed like totally dead, extremely tired, and then just waking up like a zombie, going over to the computer and turning on all machines and like, yeah, let's go again, let's rock. So it was quite intense, but it was also really nice. Also, we prioritize in the band to have a lot of time to just talk and chill and hang out and catch up and crack jokes and shit, which is extremely important in our process.
Yeah, it should be, because otherwise you don't have a record.
No, exactly.
I actually maybe have one very good story, one very specific, very good story from studio. The last track on the record, the song called Ophidia,
Yeah.
which is around 10-11 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of vocal dubs on there, but there is this main vocal track. Shaam took it in the first take in one take. The entire song, the entire 11 minutes. So think about that the next time you hear it. It's a one take, first take.
I looked it up. What Ophidia means. It means snake-like or serpentine. Like that is the meaning of the word. What is the lyrical content of the records? Is there a clear path chosen? I know it's not your domain to talk about, but since she is in the room.
No. I really like Shaam's lyrics, but I'm not the one to dig into like the bigger meanings.
It's mostly her compartment. We are not very lyrical, me and Ole.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening.
Luckily, the vinyl comes with a lyric sheet, so you can buy the record.
Show the funny thing with us being some like Jack's drawing. It's us,
Yeah.
So I didn't know this until after I'd released the record. Actually,
that picture is taken right after the Muscle Rock gig.
Ah, okay.
By our friend Smulan took that photograph right in the party tent, and then London artist Jack Sabat drew this, but I didn't realize that it was the same picture.
Yeah.
You did not realize.
Even smoking
parallel universe,
Well, they were on the other side of a piece of paper, so it's a scientific issue. I can never look at them both next to each other. But
then you have to buy 2 records, Charlie. That's a good thing for you, If people buy 2 records.
That's it. You have to get 2 copies. That's the only way to. I bought 2 copies from myself so I could look at them both at the same time.
It's the Pokemon card effect, where you have to get all the different.
That's it.
I have mine here.
I didn't even get this one.
I have 3.
No!
I have a demo.
Get wrecked.
Oh, shit.
This was the last one on the table. I just saw it from across the room and I just booklined it. God damn it.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
That's also released by Adam Wright, the tape version.
Yes, it is. and it's
Don't say that.
it has become really satisfying. It has glitter.
Like
Look at this.
like the other one. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Is there any recommendations on that label you can give? Like, no,
Yes.
Pretty much everything. Pretty much everything released on
But
Dubious Stick is great.
especially Cuirass is
Cuirass.
something very much to check out.
Yeah, Cuirass great.
Cuirass is amazing.
I know he played with
But
another
what's
band
the
on the
About
festival.
what?
I know he played with another band on the festival too. That's something Jesus
Jesum Christum.
Christum, yeah.
some of the releases of the Jizz and Christum stuff are like black metal, and others are more in his kind of like epic 4AD era, Dead Can Dance kind of like mystic stuff, and that's kind of more the stuff he played for the festival. But that stuff's great as well. I've seen him do it a few times live.
Yeah.
Rock is
But
awesome.
yeah. But Rocky Mountain Top is worth checking out as well.
Yeah.
And then, but what's the one? What was
Just gonna make a little advertisement for me and Anders' other project, which is also out on Dybdestigte,
Okay.
which is called My Little Bunny, which is me and Anders, and then actually Adam's old Danish teacher in school who sings on this one, who's also called
Oh,
Adam.
this is the biggest thing about Denmark is there's only 4 names and everyone has them. So everyone also has to have 3 names as well, and you have to learn all of them. It's very confusing.
Cuirass.
That's cute.
Cuirass, recorded by yours truly, performed by the greatest band of all time, Cuirass. And Rocky Top, also a great band. Country tape, very nice, very good. Shrug, a black metal project, also very nice. Highly recommended. Very a lot of feelings are inside this tape. Beton. I cannot recommend this enough. Beton. This is the most disgusting rock music you can listen to. It's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Dybdestigte. Very great label.
I'll link everything in the description.
I was trying to remember
Mr. Jones.
The Mr. Jones stuff. My wife has a very particular music taste, and it differs from mine. And we've been working on Life After Death together, and it's really great seeing the stuff she likes. Like she was totally blown away by Nuit Noir. She loved Midoran, so she's got like the good taste, right? But I was playing her. We tried to get Cuirass to come over for Life After Death too, and we couldn't work it out. But I was playing her like a few different things from, I can't say the name of the fucking label. You say it, Tom. You've got it perfect.
Dybdestigte.
Deeply
fried.
And I played her Mr. Jones, and she was like, "This is the shit, man. This is the real stuff. You gotta get this guy over." So check out Mr. Jones.
Miss, I wanna die. Suicide.
There's gonna be some more Danish folk at the third one, I guess. Then.
Yes. Please, Johnny.
We'll see. It depends how they behave.
We'll see.
Okay. Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. We have blown through our questions in a fashion I'm not used to, but we made it to the second part of the interview. Can you give me 5 influential records or pieces of art that influenced you and Scimitar as a band, actually?
Yeah.
Jerry taught Blood Visions.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Fucking number 1 record in my opinion.
Number 1,
the best record in the world.
Okay.
One of the best. X-Japan Blue Blood.
Oh, that's a crazy good one. Merciful Fate, Melita.
Yeah.
Always
Merciful Fate, don't break your own.
I think we're 3 for 3. I think Slutat, Gavsok, and you guys all mentioned that one, so.
Nice.
No, great,
it is
great.
Fucking
but it unites people.
Yeah.
It becomes mates and shit. It's great.
Electric Wizard, Witch Cult today.
Yeah.
It's a fucking amazing record.
Yeah.
Listen to that today, actually, in the car.
It is one of the you should listen to it at least once a week.
Yeah. Shostakovich 11th Symphony.
I don't know that
And
one.
also Shostakovich 8th String Quartet. And also
Can you
Shostakovich 4th Symphony.
Because when I came out to Copenhagen a couple of weeks ago, or whenever it fucking was, I went out drinking with the Mayhem crew, but not with the Scimitar crew because they were all watching Shostakovich.
Yeah, we were in and watching the 9th Symphony and the first cello concerto and some bangers from the jazz suite that didn't really matter that much. But we watched these extremely. It was so great. It was so extremely great. And we had to play that concert at Mayhem the day after, and we were like, wow, our concert is gonna absolutely suck. But yeah, Shostakovich, I think, is very important, especially for me in regards to the compositional thing of Scimitar. I think it's extremely important.
Yeah, I think I've written it down somewhere that I think classical plays a huge part in the overall sound, or the, like you said, structure of music. Is that?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can hear it 100%. Yeah, that's I guess 5 bands or things to check out. Is there anything local we should check out apart from everything we already talked about, like the Gabstock and the Mayhem stuff? But
yeah, well, Gabelstock, the new Gabelstock record.
And Johan's other band, Gam, is going to release a record soon, which is really something special.
Yeah, that's really something.
I think that's the band I'm listening to the most at this point, the Gam. Really.
They recorded a new record which takes it even further. And it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea where it's going to come out, label-wise?
I have no idea, actually. No.
It's not on Crypto the Wizard. I'm not releasing any more Danish bands. I can't afford the beer.
Can't handle all these Danes.
I can't afford the riders.
Darling, you should book Gam to Life After Death next year.
Okay, Shaam. Okay. I unfortunately have to say yes to anything Shaam asks you. She's got a magic capacity.
Okay, tickets bought. Good. Yeah, I think we blasted through everything. Gam was a good recommendation. Anything you're listening to that's album of the year material, something new? I know Gam is coming out, but that is.
I really like that steroid record you just put out the other day. Charlie, that's
what's in the city.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. That could maybe also be the best thing I've heard so far this year.
Yeah.
But
which one was it? Because I missed it.
Stay will. Steroid.
Ah, okay. The yellow one. That's a good one.
Yeah, the yellow one.
The yellow one.
But yeah, that's great. But also, I cannot stress this enough. I love the new Gabelstock record. Yeah, I think it is so good. I actually had to give it several listens before actually understanding what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think the production is extremely radical, and it is a pleasure to listen to. It is really, really nice.
I think in my end
but also year, like
I think in my end of the year
live
a lot of crips. Sorry, man. Charlie, go.
No, sorry. You think about how good my label is.
No, I did it already. Say what you want to say.
No, also the Gabelstock live was just spectacular. Similar to the Scimitar, the show on last Saturday or whenever the fuck it was that we did at Mayhem for the Gabelstock album launch. I thought we'd play it. Morton, the other Morton, Scorpio did the flyer.
Yeah.
And he put bands in this order, and I was like, that looks good to me. The band should play in that order. Like that makes sense. It's like someone just did the work for me, so I didn't have to choose. So I was like, yeah, okay. Rigged in Sidstebon, then Riders of Rohan, Parish, Scimitar, Gabelstock. It's the Gabelstock album launch. They're in the first band, so I thought, well, there you go. That gives them a nice break.
Yeah.
They can relax for a bit. and then they'll headline, right? Because that makes sense. But they had other plans, and they don't like playing last or
No.
whatever the fuck they had. They made me put Scimitar last, and I had to tell them. And Shaam gave me a dirty look, and I was terrified. And so
I said
actually,
your Harry won't
Scimitar.
like that.
But
So
as we
Scimitar
said,
actually headlined.
if you want a 1 o'clock show, you get a 1 o'clock show. Like, and it has nothing to do with beers or anything. It's just like it's 1 o'clock in the night. It's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
But I actually must say that I don't think like headliner shows is a thing anymore. Like
No.
only when it's like Iron Maiden or something like that.
They
it's
are
me,
made in a
but like,
local new
but
band.
like when it's local bands and stuff, then it's just local bands, you
Yeah.
know. And
For sure.
unfortunately, we cannot play at the same time, all of us, you know. So we have to make another.
That's what I did with Life After Death. I was like, just come to everything. All the bands are good. There's no bad band. They're all
Exactly.
good. So
Exactly.
come at the beginning and leave when the last band's finished. It doesn't matter what order the band's playing.
The funny
But it
thing
was more.
about that evening was that about the jet fuel, because they had that on the Gabestock thingy last year, and they made it. And last year I got so drunk, and I didn't understand why I got so drunk. And then I saw the jet fuel, and then Hampus looked at me and he was like, "Shaam, remember to mix it with soda." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "The jet fuel. You remember from last time?" I was like, "Fuck."
You just wrote some jet
And Jamie,
fuel.
he just came to me with those glasses before the show.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
So that was very fun.
That was good.
Yeah,
There you
it
go.
was
Jet
controlled.
fuel
This time it was
or
controlled.
But you made it. You made
Yeah, it was super nice evening. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, really.
Yes, I was just trying to say, fucking, it was a really nice show. But like Gabe Stock, it was just a revelation how those songs sound live. I mean, really, it makes even more sense actually. This sort of like big, it's not as different from the last records as you think it is. They just lock in for longer, so it has this bigger, more psychedelic effect. But and similarly with and then so they didn't play last. Actually, Scimitar play last, and then it's this kind of unbelievable energy to finish the night on as well. So it was a really crazy show, and thank you to everyone who came out for it. But to anyone who missed it, I feel tragically sorry for them because it really was phenomenal.
No, you're right. You're right. I should have been there, but life gets in the way, like always.
Mr. Filth, we will get you here. We will make an evening, and we will just get you here.
Yeah, thanks. I always hear that, and I need to really come. Yeah. What's next for the bands? You hinted at new photos, so new photos are usually for new things. Is there music in the work?
Yeah.
There was a new song played last week.
Sorry?
Yes, we played a new song live. We played a new song live for the first time last week. Oh. Yeah, let's just pull the sheets away and say we're gonna do a record more. Oh.
Okay, well that's good news. So new music.
Yeah.
New music, more live shows.
The record that we released has been quite a long time in the making in lots of ways. Those songs have been percolating for a long time, and from what I understand, there's I think really, it's actually an interesting moment for you guys because now it's here. Scimitar is very much a real thing. It really exists now. It's not just something working towards, and then so now is really the sort of beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next actually.
Yeah, but
Beautiful.
But yeah, we're yeah, we're just rehearsing as much as we can, writing as much as we can, arranging as much as we can, and fine tuning as much as we can, and suddenly a record will spawn.
Well, I imagine it will be at Charlie's place where it gets launched.
Think so too. If Charlie's up for that, then I think that's gonna happen.
It's only Friday once a week.
I'm all business.
I guess your grandfather
like I say, like about longevity. Like I met all these people, such a long time ago, and what I've been doing is growing and changing, and the same with all of them. And I think it's just such a privilege to be to have got to seen all these different bands, being kind of outside of it and watching it from the outside. When I first put on, we mentioned the show that we put on. At the art gallery in 2017, I always remember Ollie saying, I was talking about how fucking young they all were, and Ollie saying to me, no, we're not the young kids anymore. You've got to meet this next guy. He's the youngest guy in Copenhagen. He's the future of black metal. And it was Emil from Farnborough, and
I
he's
remember
16 or
that.
something. And I think, because I was never burdened with any talent of my own, it's such a joy to be able to be behind the scenes and be able to promote music by such incredibly talented people who've fostered such an incredible scene as well. Because I think Copenhagen, in the great story of underground metal, Copenhagen kind of has never been the most prominent place. It's always been your Swedens and your Norways and whatever. But actually, if you look to that, I think, barring like the genius that flows from Uppsala, from bands like Reveal and Sluta and whatever. Actually, if you look at the last 10 years, Copenhagen has been punching so far above its weight, and it's for a multitude of reasons. But one is it's the grouping of people all working creatively together with real ideals, and I had a great time, as I always do with Jesper at Mayhem, and just to listen to him 15 years into running Mayhem, how passionately he does it and how stringent his ideology around that venue is. And it's helped foster all these incredibly young creative people, and to be able to be part of it. I looked at my like Ryanair login, and my last 8 flights are London Stansted to Copenhagen, and it's for a reason. Like I'm there to be a part of this. And so and it's just nice. It's happened very organically. So to find myself all of a sudden with a handful of Copenhagen bands on the label, it's no surprise. But it doesn't come out of nowhere. It's been a long sort of development of relationships, and it's as much about music as it is about people. I don't know how to talk about music or know how music works or understand anything about music at all. But I get like personnel and like vibes.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I love reading reviews of the Scimitar record and the Gapestop record because they say all this shit. I'm like, huh, okay. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any of those references. Cool. It's cool. I know. It's good. Yeah.
It's
Great.
It's basically the same reason why I'm doing this, just not to promote, but just because I love it so much. No talent musical wise, but it's just incredible what's happening in the world. I think people who are saying I don't find a lot of new music or there's nothing going on, they should definitely look to Denmark to begin with. But yeah, it's insane. I know you have to play a gig. Sorry, go.
I was just about to say to that thing with the young kid, Charlie, because there is some new young kids on the block, which but they're 17, 18 kind of years old now.
I'm gonna get a reputation now. Let's not get carried away.
And they are called, for example, Indoctri, and they are called Pistol, which is these super cool young kids. It's mainly spawned from the Ungdomshuset, which is like the parallel to Mayhem in some kind of way.
It's underground and it's DIY.
But it's more. And it's lovely. And it's these kids who has been, it's amazing what they're doing.
Do they have anything out yet? Are they released or just,
No, I know Pistol. I just met them at Marco's studio the other day, just by coincidence, because I was gonna pick up some stuff, and they were recording a new record.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
No, probably I shouldn't say this. And then live. But Industry got a demo out, I think.
Yeah.
They have material out.
Okay, I'll look for it or ask for links to put.
Yeah, just ask them, I can send something.
Okay.
And they're amazing.
Perfect. I heard somewhere that you have to play a show tonight, so I'm going to let you go for now. But we will be in touch, especially when the new record comes out, maybe for a part 2, if you're up for it. Maybe we'll have a slightly better connection because fingers crossed that this puzzle will work.
Yeah. But probably 6G internet will be released by then, so I think we're good. No worries.
No worries.
But it's gonna eat you from the inside, you know, like
whole
like fucking.
Yeah, but very high quality video quality. It's very nice.
The perfect video quality. Guys, thank you very much for this lovely talk. Charlie,
thank you so much. It was very nice.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you in London. Nice talking to you. Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
see you.
See
you, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie. Thank you.
And then